I don't do this because it pays bills, I do it because that's what I do. I couldn't be a carpenter or a bin man, or this is what I do, this is my life. For me, being a chef, because it's who I am, it's what's part of me, I don't think there is any negatives of being a chef. You know, I don't look at an apple and think, well, I could make apple pie. I look at an apple and think, right, you know, that's a challenge. I can do 1,000 different things with it. To eat here, you will be getting something a little bit different. I'm Mark Greenaway, chef patron of Restaurant Mark Greenaway at 12 Picardy Place in Edinburgh. My typical day starts about 6:30, so I get up, come to work for about 8:30, 9 o'clock, sign in all the deliveries, prep for lunch, send some emails, go on Twitter, do lunch service. Then in the afternoon, that's when I'll sort of meet suppliers, meet guests who want to have functions or dinner parties, that sort of thing. Dinner service starts at 5:30, and then do dinner service, and at about 10, 10:30, phone through the orders, go home and go to bed. And that's generally 5 days a week. I started sort of cooking at home when I was about 13, 14. I've got an older brother and a younger sister, and my mother at one stage just said, right, I'm sick of cooking 6 different meals every single night. You'll either eat what I cook or you cook yourself. And I was like, well, you know, if we can get a chance to go into the kitchen and cook, why not? So I started cooking because I wanted to cook. I thought cooking someone's tea was going to be fairly simple. How stressful could it be? You know, it's cooking someone's dinner. They come in, they order off a bit of paper, and you go, great, yeah, I'll cook that. That's how easy I thought it was. I didn't really understand what it was to be a chef when I started cooking. You know, a lot of the chefs these days get into it because they want to be Jamie Oliver, they want to be Gordon Ramsay, they want to write cookbooks. You know, you do the job because you love the job, you love, you know, making customers happy. I think what sets us apart to everybody else is we do have that determination, that commitment, that, you know, striving to try and be the best that we can be. You know, we're not really interested in what anybody else is doing, we're really interested in what we're doing. Since we opened, it's been really good. We've had sort of great feedback from all the customers, the critics, the bloggers, and it's just gone from strength to strength. The food that we do is sort of progressive British, so it's using sort of the natural larder that we've got in Scotland. And I know every chef sort of bangs on about local, seasonal. You know, we actually do it as much as we can, but not to the detriment of the food. So if I can buy fantastic asparagus from Yorkshire or crap asparagus from Fife, I'm going to buy it from Yorkshire. I'm not going to buy it from Fife just because it's Scottish. I think the food scene in Edinburgh at the moment is really exciting. I think there's so many diverse chefs out there that are just doing amazing food. When I was learning to cook, you had to leave Scotland, and it just seems to me that at the moment, all these chefs that did go away are all coming back. And it now means that the younger chefs have no reason to leave, because I think the food scene in Edinburgh just now is really vibrant, really buzzy. You know, we've got everything from a phenomenal Chinese restaurant to a Michelin star restaurant, and there's now 5 Michelin stars in Edinburgh. One of the benefits of opening a restaurant in Edinburgh for us has been the use of social media. So, and a lot of chefs don't embrace it as much, or they don't give it as much credit as I think they should. As soon as you go on Twitter and you tweet, there's so many people that grab it, retweet it, comment on it. And it's almost on a daily basis that people go on Twitter and say they're in for dinner or they're coming in for dinner. And I think chefs should embrace that and realise that it's a tool there that can be used, exploited, depending on the way you want to phrase it. Twitter and social media and bloggers, really, chefs have to embrace them these days. Otherwise, I think they're cutting out a very large part of the market. The places I like to eat in Edinburgh is, for the best Chinese, I would probably say Karen's Unicorn, which is just off Broughton Street behind us. For seafood, probably Ondine. Huge fan of what they're doing at Ondine. I think the food up there is great. So diverse. Anywhere you sort of go in Edinburgh, you're pretty much guaranteed a good meal. Everybody thinks that chefs are really fussy, but if I'm going for a £5 burger, I know it's a £5 burger. If I'm going for a fine dining meal that's got a Michelin star, I expect a fine dining meal worthy of a Michelin star. I think the worst part of being a chef I don't think there is a worst part. I think for me, being a chef, because it's who I am, it's what's part of me, I don't think there is any negatives of being a chef. It depends on how you look at it. Yes, we don't get Friday nights off, we don't get Saturday, Sundays off, we don't finish work at 5 o'clock. But I have no idea what it's like to do that anyway. I've never done that. I don't know what that life is. I think if I had any advice to give to any young chef, it would be to get a job in the best restaurant that they can physically go and work in. You know, just learn as much as they can, write everything down, take it home with you, read it over. It's bloody hard work, but I think it does pay off, and it might pay off after a year, it might pay off after 10 years. It will pay off, and it's not until you look back and you think, that was worth it, because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be doing this. You know, you never ever make mistakes in life. You only ever make decisions. I've got nothing more to say to you people. Please leave the restaurant. Now.